tail, I tell some clown.
Eat it up, no need to go down. Rock that one, that is how it come. Eat it up, no need to go down.
Till I come round, come for the 4 pound.
Eat it up, no need to go down. Rock that one, that is how it come.
Sit down, me love how you perform. You grabbing me body, you never go scratch your palm. Wait, your pussy good, me never dead so long. Wait, your pussy good, if you put it in a song. Tell you the man say, him better run. Come we fight for your pussy, old veteran. Watch how you step, landmine, set a pressure bomb. You just a make it sitting tough up and I never gang. Squeegee round and leave him alone. Shake your bum, see the shape of your round. Leave your panty, the G-string at home. Tell her come see me, come for the 4 pound. Me a cry, sign your tits. Touch your grapevine, bite your lips. Make you waistline, why not it? Don't waste time when I visit. Just come in and kiss me, no risky. She a said it that the jacket he go fit me. Disappear like when me do the tricks. See a fight, but she did Lulu before 50. Come and make me pet a pussy Jimmy. Me I know your brother nothing no wrong if you feel it. Me tell your harder but me deliver peace. Give me out like Victoria could not keep the secret.
Yo, what is going on, people? What is up? Welcome back to another episode of the OOC. Bigger Ford and JG got a last minute cancellation. Roberto can't make it. Family came in. So I don't know if he'll come in later or if he can come in. He has the link. So if he can make it, he can pop in. But JG, how you doing, brother?
Salute, man. I'm doing good, feeling good. Let's do this. Great topics.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, we got some great topics, too. Absolutely. What up, Duan? Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. Yeah, and, you know, I was coming in, like I was telling JG backstage, I was coming in hot. You know what I mean? I was coming in hot. I had this rant, you know, it's called Get Off My Chest. I wanted to get some shit off of my chest. I wanted Roberto here. Unfortunately, Roberto is not here. So it's going to be a little bit hard for me to get shit off my chest and get it out the way I want to get it out. But, you know, I mean, I was like, man, because, Danny had me triggered. Danny had me triggered in that chat that we have over there. And not because of the argument we had, but because Danny was like, oh, here we go again, meaning the sentiment and the shit that you guys like to say about me is that Nzo loves to argue. Right? You laughing. I tell you, I was JG, I'm telling you, you know when you type something and then you delete it, and then type something up? Yeah, I have. What the fuck do you mean? Here we go again, right? Because listen, and I say this, and I say this again. A lot of you guys, and I was, again, I wanted to blame Roberto for this because Roberto was the first one to put that fucking narrative out there that Nzo likes to argue. I was like, have I argued with you guys? 100% I have, 100%. But I find, like, when somebody says something and then I disagree with it, it's like, oh, Nzo's arguing. And I'm like, no, I'm just disagreeing with what you're saying, right? I'm trying to fucking give it, like, that's why we are on YouTube. This is why we have the chat, right? We're not an echo chamber. Right, so I was just like explaining, no, this is situation, blah blah blah. This, and not to mention, he was wrong, right? He was wrong in the situation on there, right? Which we were talking about, and it had to do with Shannon Sharp, which we'll get into because we got to talk about that boy, right? And the point of it was, I remember when we first talked about it. I can't find the stream, right? I looked for it. I can't find the stream, but we did a stream. I don't know if it was Square One. I don't know if it was OOC. I can't remember which one it was. But we were talking about Shannon Sharp, where he had just got let go of ESPN. And I said that he's gone. He's not coming back. I said, Shannon is done, right? And they're like, oh, no. You remember, right? And I think it was whoever else was there. I don't remember. But they were like, no, that's not true because they didn't say anything. And I was like, they didn't have to say it. I am telling you that Shannon Sharp is done. So when it came out today, I was like, are you guys surprised? Like I said that before. We're talking about Disney, right? This is Disney we're talking about. They fired Jonathan Majors. You better believe Shannon Sharp was gone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and you know, whatever situation. JJ, you can go back and chat. Yeah. But anyways, I was just like, that's the problem that I have. It's like this narrative that it's not that I like to argue. It's just that I'm going to question or have a debate if I don't agree, right? I'm not saying I'm always right because I'm not always right. That's 100%.
You on here said that you always right. You were on there last week. Yep, because I'm always right. You said it yourself.
I mean,
right.
Okay, so now I'm contradicting myself. See, I'm trying to be humble right now. All right, JG. But if you really want me to say, no, you are 100% correct. I am always right. That's just it, right? I was trying to be a little bit humble, but since you want to bring the ego out, we're gonna get the ego tonight. All right. But seriously though, like, and it's like when we argue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say this all the time because I went back into our chats. We have two chats, right? We have a chat that started in like September, and I'm talking about just the ones that with me, you, and Roberto and Danny, right? That one has no arguments in it whatsoever. Like nobody arguing in it. The other one, I went back a year, and there was 2 arguments. Both arguments were with me.
Wait a minute. You were so want to be so right. You went back 2 years to find.
No, 1 year. 1 year.
Still 1 year.
Bro, it was long, JG. I was like, oh my God. Like I went back to the point where I couldn't go back anymore. I couldn't go back past a year. I was like, nah, I'm done. Right. So yes. And it wasn't about being right, JG. All right. So here we go, another fucking narrative that I was wanting to be right. No, it's not about I want to be right. I just want to be like, okay, I need to prove to these guys that I'm not always arguing. Right? That's it.
So you want to prove that you're right, that you're not always arguing. Like I say, you got to prove that you're right about something.
This motherfucker. Oh my God, JG. All right. So if you want to put that way,
you don't want, you got to try to prove that you're right.
Right.
But you try to prove that you're right, that you weren't arguing. Or something like that. Like, then you're going to start another argument. It's like, dude, just sometimes you just got to let it go on. So you just got to let it go.
The point is, JG, here we go. And you know, it's funny because I was heated. Now I'm laughing about it, right? I was heated. You should have seen me, JD. Like for an hour before the show, I'm just sitting there and I'm just fucking talking to myself, and I'm just like talking about the shit. And it was like, you're talking to yourself, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm trying to keep that mode going. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep that hype mode going. So, but again. Now, if you wanted to bring up this shit that we just did now, yeah, that would be an argument. I would say definitely we'd be arguing about that, right? But it's like sometimes I'm just debating or I'm just talking. Like I even had to say, I'm not arguing with you, Danny, because when you said, here we go again, I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just explaining to you that what you're saying is factually wrong, right? You're bringing up something that we already knew about that came out months ago. And it's wrong. And I even had to take a picture of the fucking date that the article was made, which was in April, way after or way before he settled or anything like that happened. You know what I mean? So that's what I was trying to explain. I'm like, bro, like you're wrong about it, you know? But I'm the one that's starting to argue. And I'm like, no, I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to put it out there. So I don't always argue. And then not to mention, when we do argue, and this one's for you, JG, because whenever we do argue, and first off, okay, so hold on, let me rewind a bit, because I gotta say this. When I went back into the chat, right, and I found out it was just me and Roberto, the two argued twice, right? I started thinking, and I'm like, you know what? Fucking Danny argues with Chris more than he argues with me. Roberto has that argued with Chris more than he's argued with me, especially.
Man, everybody argues with Chris. Everybody.
Exactly, right, more than me. But no one says that narrative about him, right? But I was just like, and JG, you don't argue with any fucking buddy else but me. That's where I was going with that. JG
the only thing we only had one argument, really. That was with the Kwame Brown thing. Kwame Brown. If you want to throw the other one in, okay, fine, too. But the Kwame Brown, that was more of a debate, right? Which was you consider him a bust. I also consider him a bust, but not the same way you do.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I think we do debate a lot, but a lot of people say I'm arguing when I'm just debating. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm not arguing. I'm just debating with you guys, right? So, and I think that's where it comes into too. It's like, oh, Nzo doesn't agree with you. He's debating. He's arguing. So that too, right? But you only argue with me. Like I've seen, like we had a stream like a couple weeks ago or a week or something like that, where I knew you and Roberto were going to disagree on something. You guys didn't fucking argue nothing. You guys are like, JJ, you don't even fucking argue with me. Like, what the fuck? But I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, I argue with what was it? I think Danny once.
And Chris. You argue with Chris.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I love Chris, but sometimes I just want to slap him. Like, shut up, shut up. Listen, when I was getting about 5 minutes worth of airtime, man.
We
love you, Chris. I'm just saying, man.
And then the last thing was when we argue, you guys like to bring up, oh, Andre, you better bring up receipts, bring up facts, right? And I was like, I never argue with you guys like that. Like, we'll argue and we'll debate, whatever, but I'm never like, oh, you guys need to bring up facts, you need to bring up facts. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm the one that needs to bring up facts, but JG is the one that fucking told me, hold on, listen to what I'm saying. JG was the one that told me to shut the fuck up on my stream, right? We had an argument.
I sure the hell did. I didn't realize I said that. I'm like, did I really say that? Damn,
yeah,
I did say that.
Right, because 2 minutes later, when Roberto was like, you guys need to chill, I was like, but the man told me to shut the fuck up. JG was like, I never said that. And I was like, what the fuck? Right?
You know when you in the moment, Nzo, when you say something, you don't realize you said it. That's what it was. That's what it was. I'm like, I need to tell you to shut the fuck up. I never tell you about you. I'm like, oh damn. You got receipts. I actually did. Damn, fuck it. I did tell you shut the fuck up. Okay, my bad.
I was like, man, 2 minutes after saying it, this motherfucker can't remember, but I'm the one that gotta bring up facts. You know what I mean? Like, shit. How do you fucking remember what you did last week if you didn't remember what you did 2 weeks ago? You know?
But this is different, Nzo. When you brought it up, I said, hey, I apologize, my bad. Your ass don't apologize. You remove the goalposts to find something else. Well, you said this and you said that. I'm like, dude, when have you ever apologized?
Okay, so wait, hold on. No, because I'm trying to figure out if there was really any situation where because I never was like,
because you're always right.
No, it's not being right. I'm just saying I've never been like disrespectful to the point where I thought I had to apologize. You know what I mean? Right. So I've never felt like I've been that disrespectful to where I had to apologize. But if I ever did, I would apologize for it. I'm not going to apologize for. I'll admit I'm wrong, but I'm not going to apologize for arguing, right? Even though I was wrong, I'm like, yeah, okay, you guys are right. I was wrong. I'll say that, but I'm not going to say I'm fucking sorry for arguing. No, fuck that. I thought I was right. So I was, put my conviction in there. But if you prove me wrong, I'll say, okay, you guys proved me wrong. My bad. I thought differently or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, at the end of the day, man, it's just barbershop talk, man. A bunch of guys get together. We have our debates, we have our arguments. At the end of the day, we shake hands, drink a beer. We boys at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's no ill will to anybody. But like you said, JG, I gotta prove I'm right and say this shit, all right?
And I agree. That's with any relationship, whether it's friendship, marriage, whatever. If somebody comes to you saying you did this, you need to prove that shit. I didn't say that you're going to debate because this is who we are.
Absolutely, 100%.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I sit back like dance puppets, argue, dance, because it should be funny.
I know sometimes it do be funny, but at the end of the day, it's not like I get off of a stream or a text and I'm like, fuck these guys, I'm never speaking to them again. He's a fucking like I've never felt like that. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, we argue, we disagree, boom, we're done. So
yeah, for sure.
That's the way it goes. It is what it is.
Yeah,
but
it's only been one person, and you know who that is. That I just wish I can dog walk him down the sidewalk right now and just straight across the pavement. That's LB. I'm saying his name. That bitch, little bitch. Yeah, that's him.
I was gonna try and sneak it in there secretly, but you said it out already. So
I'll say it. I don't care. I'll say it. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I know that. There's some fools out
there. Bastard.
Yeah, 100%. There's some dudes out there that I just can't fucking stand, and like I'll call them out. I don't shit, you know what I mean? But with that being said, guys, I just had to get that off my chest. We're gonna get into these topics here, right? He said you argue with Nerdman. I was like, yeah, but me and Nerdman, yeah, we went at it a couple of times for real. We went at it a couple of times. Like, but Nerdman is Nerdman, right? You cannot be on a stream with Nerdman and not argue with him. You can't. There's just no way. Even when you guys are fucking agreeing on some shit throughout the whole stream, he will say some shit that's gonna make you argue with him. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what, man? He does this shit on purpose. He purposely wants to push your buzz to argue with you.
100%. So you can't deny arguing with Nerdman because you're just gonna argue with him regardless. So, but it is what it is. Danny, if you're watching this, you need to get your ass in here so you can fucking defend yourself on this shit. It's me and you, brother. It's me and you. But so first topic that we have on here, and again, Roberto can't make it, so me and JG gonna hold it down. We do what we do. It's the OOC. He'll be back next week. For those of you who are missing him, he will be back next week. You know, but the Hulk Hogan death, because we talked about Malcolm Jamal Warner last week, and we didn't really touch on Hulk Hogan. I think Hulk Hogan probably died after we did the OOC. I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
it was after, right? So we never really discussed it. But the Hulk Hogan death it's causing drama, bro. It is causing drama, right? So the reason why there is a lot of drama going on with the Hulk Hogan stuff is because there are a lot of people who have come out and, you know, said, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, and shit. Even I posted, you know, Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. But Hulk Hogan has said some racist ish. And a lot of people are still holding that against him right now. So first I want to get to JG's thoughts on it while I bring up what I have. Go ahead, JG.
Yeah, man, Hulk Hogan, I mean, if you're around, especially during his peak, Hulkamania was like ran wild. Movies, wrestling, TV, action figures, you name it, we all want to be Hulksters. So he was like a larger than life figure, right? But eventually skeletons start coming out the closet, right? Where you actually see who they really are, or some aspects of who they really are. And so when that came out, it was shocking, number one, because we all held Hulk Hogan to a high regard. And when it came out, it was like, no, not Hulk Hogan. Not Hulk Hogan. Anybody but him. I would expect that Macho Man to come out and do something like that. Hulk Hogan. Come on, man. But I mean, it just goes to show. And I usually hear that. I don't know if you hear it up where you are, Nzo, where someone would say, if I was racist, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. No, racism comes in all shape and forms. 100%. Right? Someone could be sitting there having a full conversation with you, laughing, and be the racist person in the world. Right? And if anybody remember that movie One Night in Miami, when Jim Brown was talking to that guy on the porch, they had a whole full conversation, laughing, talking about back in the past and all that stuff. When he offered to help him move something, you know, we don't allow N-words in the house, right? So I mean, like I said, it's shocking because we all love Hulk Hogan for the most part.
Right. I hated him, to be honest with you, but
you did.
Like I wasn't a fan of him. I can't say, oh, I hated Hulk Hogan. I just wasn't a fan of him. He's one of those guys that was always winning, and I hated to see him win. You know, I'm tired of Hulk Hogan. But go ahead.
Yeah, but then when he was winning, it's like he was kind of a boring wrestler, right? He'll do a couple moves, get beat up, then do the whole you thing, and then all of a sudden he just come out and then the leg drop. Probably one of the weakest finishing moves I've ever seen.
100%.
But again, he was a hero. He was everywhere. And you know, when it comes to our heroes, you don't want to think anything negative of them. Kobe Bryant was a huge fan of him, still is. When those allegations came out, it's like, oh, not you, Kobe. Not you. I hate to bring him up, but you know, just giving an example. Right? And so, yeah. Do I have I hate, because you know, we've been on the show before. We talked about people who are racist, how much we can't stand them, we hate them, or we just have a huge dislike for them. And I have to keep the same energy for Hulk Hogan. I just have to. But it's also it goes to one of those things where, you know, like Mel Gibson, when he did a whole rant, I'm not gonna start watching a Mel Gibson movie, right? So it's R. Kelly, you know what he did. I'm not gonna stop listening to his music. I like his music, right? So it's
and you know what's funny, JG? Because you brought that up, and it's like we have to keep that same energy for Hulk Hogan's racist rant, right? And I'm gonna play the video of what he said, because I remember what he said, but I kind of forgot what he said, right? But then again, and we're gonna get to this guy too, because he's getting backlash. And I don't know if you've seen this guy, but he always does those videos where like girls are doing like gym stuff, and he kind of like, you're doing this, right? So so he's getting backlash. So we're gonna get in between that, right? So one thing I will say is, and I'm not making any excuses for what Hulk Hogan has said or done, right? I completely understand why we hate, especially when you hear what he said again, right? On all stuff, using the N-word with the hard R and all stuff like that. And two things about that situation is, one, I always feel when someone is recording you like that, they're not doing it out of, oh, I gotta record this. They're doing it for a gotcha, right? Same thing with Jonathan Majors. I think Jonathan Majors' woman was recording him, not because, oh, I got to record this and keep a record. No, it's like, I gotcha. I'm going to put this out there so people know, right? So there's one with that. And then the second thing I have to say is, and I don't do it now, right? Because we all know better. But back in the day, you can't tell me that you ain't hanging out with your boys and you ain't said some off-key shit, right? You can't tell me, and I know I've done it back in the day, where I'm like, oh man, stop acting like a maggot. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
I was literally watching the season premiere of South Park where they actually used the maggot word. And you guys know the word I'm actually saying rhymes with maggot, right? But they actually say it in the show, right? So I'm like, so at the end of the day, we've all said some racist and some bullshit stuff, right? The question you got to ask yourself is, if that is that really the character of Hulk Hogan? Is he really that type of person? Now, before I play what he said, I want to play a video from, and I got to get the video up. Hold on. From Devon Dudley. All right. Devon Dudley did a video where he was talking about Hulk Hogan. And when I find the video, I want to bring up something that he says in the video. All right. Again, I'm not making excuses for anything that Hulk Hogan has said or done, but, you know, he talks about Hulk Hogan saving his career. Now, this is a black man who said Hulk Hogan saved his career not once, but twice. Hold on. Oh, stupid ads, bro. Like, YouTube and these ads, man. I wish we could get rid of these damn ads. I'm not paying for it. Hold on. Okay. Here. I'm going to share my screen here. And I'm going to bring this up real quick, just so you guys can get a little bit of context, right?
Take it as the truth. There were two separate episodes where Hogan had saved my career. The one was for the television title with Robbie E. Because at that point in time, TNA didn't believe that Devon can go on his own and do what he had to do. Hogan kept saying in the meetings, he looks great. He's taken off all the weight. He's basically gotten his in-ring performance looking great, and his promos have gotten even better. Why aren't we doing anything with Devon? When I got to work, I remember Earl Hebner and Brian had been telling me, you're going over, kid. I go, yeah, right, that's going to change. And they said, no, you're going over. Hogan wants it that way, it's going to be that way.
So that was the first time, right? He talked about Hogan saving his career. And then there was another time where he talked about being in TNT, where they had just fired him, right? Let me see if I can bring it up, find it real quick. Because Hulk Hogan actually put a tweet out too.
Aces and eights thing that we didn't see. He was the one that said that should happen, that I should be under the mask and surprise everybody. My career at TNA started taking off. Bubba and I were separated. We both were doing well. And as far as I'm concerned, you couldn't tell me any different. So again, we have these two times. He went public and said, we need a guy like, we let a guy like D, and basically said, was disappointed in that decision because he made it publicly known. He went on his Twitter and basically said, I don't see why we let a guy like Devon go. With the experience and the knowledge that he has, we need a guy like Devon. He went public and said these things, which sparked interest and made it to where the whole aces and eights thing that we did in TNA.
So basically, that's pretty much it. So what do you have to say about that, JG?
Nothing. Because I mean, just because you vouch for someone who's not white doesn't mean you're not racist, right? It's about money and business at the end of the day.
He is, but he also, it's not like he had any stakes in TNA, right? I could understand if he was like an owner or something like that, but he's just a wrestler, right? He may have had some perks of being there, right? You know, I mean, contract perks or whatever. So I also think that because Booker T even came out and said some stuff about Hogan too. So at the end of the day, if you're really a racist, you ain't doing any of that. You know what I mean?
But
like
there
if
you go
really
again.
Just like black people, go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish your thought real quick.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what you say.
Okay, that go back to me when I said just because someone has a conversation with you doesn't mean that they're not racist. Again, Hulk Hogan may have had a moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all have our moments where we say some, like you said, the F word, right? Mm-hmm. Many of us have said that, especially me when I was younger. Wasn't mature enough to understand what that word meant, but I knew that it was something negative and it would hurt somebody if I said it. That's all I knew. And so I would say I'm never been a homophobic. I've never had issues with anyone who was gay, but that didn't stop me from saying it at the time. Right. And again, maybe Hulk Hogan had a moment that even after his death, he would never let that live down. And I'm hoping it was just a moment in that, man,
you see,
again, like he was a hero, such a hero growing up. And we hate to see our heroes get into those situations.
And you see, that's where I was kind of going with that. I agree with you. I think it was just a moment. Now, are there times where maybe he be having racist thoughts? 100%. But I think all of us have had, you know what I mean? Like all of us have had racist thoughts. All of us have even fallen into racist stereotypes about certain people, like Indians stink. They always smell like curry. Stuff like that. You're laughing, JJ. You're laughing.
I'm right there with you. That's why I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, right. Exactly what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I think we've all fallen into that stuff. So I'm not sitting here saying he's not a racist, but I'm more or less on like you saying, I think he had a moment, right? I think there was just a moment that he had. Again, at the end of the day, I don't know him from a can of worms. He possibly could be, because there was another situation where he had this black woman doing some kind of endorsement for him. Can't remember what it was, but she ended up getting fired, and then he ended up hiring a white woman, and she was coming out and saying it was because she was black. Now, I can't remember the full details of that story. Yeah. I'm pretty sure someone in the chat might remember and fill me in on that. So I don't remember where the racist stuff came in, like how, but there was a bunch of videos on it. I remember watching them. I just don't remember what was said in them. It's been a while ago. So, and I'm going to play what he said, right? So that we also have that context too, as well. Because at the end of the day, I do think what he said was fucked up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like what he said was fucked up. Like there's no doubt about it. Hold on. All right. So let me share this tab here. Screen is up. Oh,
if you guys don't remember what he said, here it is.
Yeah. Basically did more for her a year than anybody's done. Okay, he had one song after 10 months to shoot it back up and back still and momentum, but I try to be the realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. I said you can sign the fuck. He's gonna put a spot there. I go, but right now there's nothing else. We're doing the best we can. So it gets to the point where I was broke as fuck in the black and sun. We've been hanging out. I got hold hands together on tour. They were getting close to the time before I'm doing something good. I'm not a double standard type guy. I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know, then when it comes to nice people, you know, we all are that way. Yeah, but when it comes to nice people, you can't say, I don't give a fuck shit. I don't care if the ball, I don't know basketball player. That has to change.
So yeah, wrestling legends.
I mean, it's nothing I haven't heard before.
Right.
You know, it's been so long since I heard that. I, like you said, I can't remember everything. I just remember the N word it said. I don't remember all the details in it. I mean, I'm not making excuses for it. There's a lot of people, different groups that say, "Hey, I don't mind the other groups. I want to stay within my own, right? Or I want my kid to marry a black person, or I want my kid to marry a white person, right?" I think a large percentage of us have that. But it's the racial epithets that he used. Like, why did you have to use that? And you also admit that you're racist to a point. Racist is racist. I don't care what point it is, you're racist.
Facts.
So now that I see that and hear it, yeah, that's more than a moment. That's him. That's who he's always been. It's almost like you'll battle racism when it does have to deal with you. But when it's at your doorstep, things kind of change.
And you see what's funny? Because you said it, right? Where he says, I'm racist to a point. And that's like, oh, okay. But then you got to ask yourself, what do you mean by racist to a point? So if you're a white father who doesn't want your daughter to date a black man, that could be what he means as racist to a point. Still messed up. That's still racist, 100%. I get that. But again, like you said, JG, sometimes people, and especially the older generations, right? I don't want to say it, but my dad used to be like, don't you ever bring no white woman home. You know what I mean? Like he said that to me. You know what I mean? And he was of that generation. So Hogan's older. I get it. And I'm not making excuses because it is a messed up thing, 100%. I don't know. I'm on a fence. Like, hold it against him.
Like you.
A piece of shit. You know what I mean? Or understand that maybe it was a moment that he had, right? Because at the end of the day, it's possible that he's running around saying it every other day in his house, right? It's possible. You know what I mean? And it's possible, like you said, that was just a moment. So I'm on the fence with it too. I can understand why there's the hate, but I'm also at the same time like, let's just remember someone died. You know what I mean? That too. But again, should we be like, oh, someone died? Well, he's a freaking racist. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Go ahead, JJ, and then I'll get the comments.
And again, maybe it's one of those. Anybody who's white listening, it's no offense to you. Okay, I've met a lot of white girls who have said they dated black guys because their parents told them not to date a black guy.
Right? Yeah, 100%.
It's almost like that forbidden fruit. Why can I touch this fruit? Why can I eat it? I want to try it, right? And I think I saw something earlier where he said something like she was in his will or something. I don't want to misquote that. I thought I saw something like that. So,
I think it's in the article too. And if I'm not mistaken, it said she got taken out of his will before he died. Something like that.
Yeah. But I kind of wonder when you play this audio clip, was it because of that? And he's dead and gone, so we really wouldn't know. But because this is out, and I think everyone has a chance to redeem themselves in life. Even with that, did he do enough to redeem himself? So I mean, and I don't know if he has, and I don't know if I hate him because I don't. I mean, but it's. I don't know what word to use. It's like I'm very disappointed because I did hold him to such a high regard, and you do that, it's like,
Roberto didn't get the link again. No, he got the link. He just can't make it. Go ahead, JG. Sorry.
And it's one of those questions we asked before, like, why are we hated so much?
Facts.
What is wrong with us? What do we do to anybody?
Facts. And sometimes I think we're like more forgiving than anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like you guys still hate on us, and we're gonna get into some of that hate too, because boy, there's some shit going on too that I'm just like, here we go again, right? And I didn't put it up there, but we talked about the Shannon Sharper bit, but we'll probably get into that. But you know what I'm talking about, the Cincinnati shit, JG.
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm talking about. That. I can't feel sorry for Hulk Hogan. I just don't say anything. No, 100%. I get that. Between the races and helping get Mandarin Muselli elected, I can only hope the end was painful. Ooh. I have only heard one statement by Hogan saying the N word, one statement, one time. Have there been others? So again, not that I know have, there has only been that one time, but like I said earlier, like if it's just a spur, because I've had spur of the moment. Man, I was on a stream. I was doing a video. I was doing a video. The video was on Deej. And I called him the maggot. I was like, you freaking maggot. And it slipped out. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
well, better edit that out because I know what's going to happen when the video gets watched back, especially by him. Be like, oh, he said that, he said this, he said that, to see racism, blah, 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 this and that. So I had to edit it out there. So it flipped out. So I know that we can have those moments, especially when back in the day, we used to do that, right? We used to talk like that. Was it right? Absolutely not. But we used to call our friends those words all the time. Oh, man, you gay, you a maggot, bro. Stop being a maggot. Stop being this, right?
Yeah.
So we've done that. And it was a different time. I get it. Still not right. So that's why I ask myself, like how I should feel about it. Was it a moment? Was it more than that? So his support for Trump is enough to put me off. Yeah, that put me off too, 100% down the line. I can't even lie. Hulk Hogan's work didn't age good to me anyways. Yeah, he was bad. They had someone say it for him. They do through that's facts. Got you. I keep getting the same friggin' ad. It won't let me watch the stream. Hold on. I thought I fixed that crap with these damn ads. I don't know why these ads keep coming up so much for you guys. Because Danny's complained about it too. Well, not really complained about it, but he mentioned it. You know what I mean? So he's not the only one, but I could have swore that when I set up the stream, I put the ads to be conservative. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So it shouldn't be a lot of ads. Probably just came in at the wrong time. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like kind of hard for me because I have the mentality of you should always respect the dead, but how can you respect the person when he wasn't a great person? That's a choice too. You are absolutely correct. You know what I mean? So older generation is an excuse. Not every old person is like that. No, Eli, you're right. Not every old person is like that, but that was the times. You know what I mean? Like 80% were. Like I know it's not an excuse 100%, but there were a lot. That was the time. D just homophobic, bigoted, racist, asshole. Don't apologize for that comment. No, I'm apologizing for the comment, right? I hear what you're saying about him, but I'm apologizing for the comment. I'm not apologizing. I didn't apologize for him just saying the word because I understand it's insensitive. I don't want to be watching a stream, right? And that's where it comes into this. I don't want to be watching a stream where someone says, oh yeah, blah blah blah, N-word. And I'm like, wait, what? You know what I mean? Like, so I can get that. So I wanted to bring this up too here. I'm going to show this because not only is the Hulk Hogan stuff causing pretty much of a divide with fans and non-fans, but it's also getting people canceled. So if you don't know, this is the guy, he does videos, right? He does stuff on gym and stuff like that, and when women act up in the gym and he does all that. But let's play this because this is what he said, right? So
listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life. So
racism is not a mistake. Cutting off your daughter for dating black men is not a mistake. That was a choice.
which I agree with, but that's not the real reason at the end of it. So there's one thing in here that he said. I'm gonna bring it back. I don't know if you caught it, JG, but I'm gonna bring it back.
Went and posted him as well. Already that went and posted him as well.
Hold on, I went
right me. You better go after the colored athlete.
Yep, I heard it.
The colored athletes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. The colored athlete. That, along with what is happening with Hulk Hogan, has caused him, because I need to be careful when I go through X. You know what I'm saying? I'll be very careful. So that caused him to do this. All right. Sure, bring it back up. Oh, shit.
And all of social media. So I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human. I am still growing. I am still learning. And I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
So there's that, right?
Wow.
And hold on, there's something else. But I wanted to talk about something real quick that I wanted to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we fucking just say black people? Why do we have to say person of color? Why do we have to say African American? It's not offensive to say black person. We are black. I'm black. I don't have a problem. If he would have said, well, if you're getting mad at me, why don't you get mad at the black people that posted him? I don't have a problem with him saying that. Right? And I get the reason he said colored. Yes, it's fucked up that he said colored like that, because that's like some Jim Crow. Hey, colored boy. Hey, boy. You know what I mean? It's on that kind of level. But I also think he was doing it because he was trying to be politically correct. He wasn't trying to be racist when he said it, and it probably just came out wrong. That's at least what I think. I could be wrong. He could be racist too, but I don't see it that way. What about you, JJ?
You know what? His excuses, reasonings, it's almost like it's rehearsed for everybody. It says something like they'll say something like that. They'll just say the same exact excuse. Oh, I wasn't aware of it. Motherfucker, you knew what you were saying. You knew what you were saying.
Keep that in mind, JJ. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, because I have something for you. Dan, he sent a $2 super chat. He sent me the link colored Canadian boy. All right, Danny.
But like it seems like the same rehearsed line every time someone, regardless of color, says something that's insensitive. Some people say insensitive. They come back with the same thing. Oh, I didn't know this. I'm learning. I'm still trying to learn. Bull fucking shit. You knew exactly what you were saying, and let's get another thing straight. It was more than just black people posting videos of Hulk Hogan about the racist shit he did. He said it wasn't just black people, it wasn't just people of color. So now it's like he's saying, okay, it's just black people or just people of color who are putting out videos against Hulk Hogan.
Right.
No,
right.
I've seen whites and everybody else doing the same exact thing. So it seems like he was starting to lose some subscribers or some viewership. He's like, okay, let me apologize real quick, right? And he's gonna go right back to it again once it blows over.
No, it's not, because JG, watch this.
The good I've done, all the people I've helped, hey, I'm putting in social media. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. When I need help, when I need kindness and compassion, nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, no matter how many people you help, they just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. It's true. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you all for your support. I love you all. I'm done with social media. So I'm here to tell.
What up, Danny? What's up?
How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good. You know what, JG, if he's making money like he's supposed to be making, yeah, I think he'll be back too.
He'll be back. I think he's taking the time to let it blow over. Then he'll be back.
Yeah.
You talking about that black guy or the white guy?
The white guy. The white guy. So he did a post on, I don't know if you've seen it, but he did a post, praise, remembering Hulk Hogan when he died. And then he got backlash for it because people didn't know. He said he didn't know what Hulk Hogan said, right? And then he got backlash for that too. And now he's leaving social media. But also, there was another person who was getting backlash for supporting Hulk Hogan too. And I'm going to see if I can find the video real quick. I hope I saved it.
Ooh, damn, what you eating over there, bro?
Watermelon.
Oh, you on that watermelon thing too? You doing that watermelon diet thing, or you just eating it? That's what I'm talking about.
Shit, I don't think I have it. All right, but it's Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport came out and he was saying, we're not doing this with Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. And then he ended up having to come out making a video apologizing because he didn't know the situation that Hulk Hogan, and he said the same thing you did, JG. Oh, I didn't do my research. I didn't know what Hulk Hogan said. If I had known what he said, I wouldn't have did what I did.
I gotta get Rappaport because usually Rappaport don't care. I don't know what the other guy, but I follow Michael Rappaport, and man, he usually don't care.
Exactly.
I think
he's funny too.
I think if he knew, I don't think he would have said that. And I'm gonna give you a prime example. There's a lady where I work at, a white officer called her gal. No, I didn't see nothing of it, but she was offended. And I was like, she said, that's what slave owners call black women back in the day, like the boy and the gal. And I didn't put two and two together until she said it. And I was like, but she was kind of hot
for saying it. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know that. So I mean, it's possible. Is it possible they didn't know it? I don't know.
And that's when the video I showed with the white guy, Danny, that's why he's getting a little bit of the slack, right? Because in his video, he said, if you're going to get mad at me for posting Hogan, then maybe you should get mad at the colored people who posted Hogan. Yeah, he said the colored people. You know what I mean? So he got a lot of slack for that as well.
Man, but I hate that better than.
Worse
in the end.
Oh yeah, 100%. The colored, hey boy, that's like calling you boy. Hey boy, hey colored boy, come here. You know what I mean? But I want to get your thoughts on Hulk Hogan, Danny, because a lot of people are saying, type of why black people hate Hulk Hogan. Do you think? Yeah, go ahead. No,
I don't hate Hulk Hogan. I heard the stuff he said, but I never actually heard it come out of his mouth. I heard some of the reports. I heard that I think Mark Henry tried to reach out to him to try and set the record straight. He kind of turned him down. But at the end of the day, I hate to see anybody die, racist or not. I'm not going to seriously say, well, I'm glad he's dead, because he ain't done nothing to me personally. I mean, he ain't going to be the first person that looked like him, call us crazy names, and do crazy stuff. As long as it's ain't in my face, in my orbit, in my space, okay. But when you come in my space, you come in my world and do something, that's the horse for a different color.
And do you think that he's a racist, or he had like one moment of, race? Because I think, and I said this earlier, like I think we've all had a moment where we've said some outlandish, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm just like, was he really racist, or did he just have a racist moment? You know what I mean?
I ain't not gonna say every single black person or every single white person or but a good portion of every race has said something crazy inside out their mouth, either in front of that other race or especially when they with their own race.
100%.
So if you're gonna sit here and believe, you're stupid. Whether or not he was racist, I don't know, but I know I done said some crazy stuff.
100%.
I ain't racist, and I know if I get pushed, my butts get pushed right way, I might say something. But I'm not. But I'm not. I don't think I'm racist. It's just in the heat of the moment, it's a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, you gonna call me this? And blah 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 blah. But at my general core, I treat everybody like they treat me. If you treat me crazy, then I'm gonna treat you crazy. If you treat me with respect, I'm gonna treat you with respect. Sometimes, even if you don't treat me with respect and don't treat me crazy, and we might be just on jail, I'll stay away from you. You stay away from me. But if we got to work together or coexist, I'm cool with that. But I'm not gonna sit there and just let you keep crapping on me and say it's raining when I know you actually trying to piss on me. That ain't gonna happen.
Facts, 100%. And I'm right there with you, because I'm like, I get it. You know what I mean? But Danny, I did a stream. Remember when I was going at Deej? Right? On that stream, I said maggot. You know what I mean? And remember, I was like, oh my gosh, I said the F word. I had to go and edit it. You know what I mean? I didn't mean it. It just slipped out, right? That doesn't mean I'm homophobic or I'm this or I'm not. It just was a moment where I had a slip up. I made a mistake, right? And I think at the end of the day, we don't know Hogan enough to be like, yeah, he's a 100% racist. At least I don't think so. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying he's not either, you know?
So. Hey, you know what? I don't.
At the end of the day, I ain't going to lose no sleep one way or the other. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm sorry you did. I know what you did for the wrestling community. I was entertained by you for years, but I'm going to sit up here and worry that you said no.
Facts. Facts, 100%. So, that's what I was just saying. It's like, I see all this back and forth on the Hogan stuff, and at the end of the day, the man is dead. Let the man rest in peace. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, if we knew definitive that he was straight up racist and shit, then 100%. But as long as we don't really know for sure, I know you can make your assumptions. I get it. He didn't want his daughter dating a black man. I get it. But that generation has been like that,
That's going to push him even more.
100%.
Why dad don't want me? And then,
and Hulk Hogan has smashed I don't know how many black women in his day. So
I don't want to be cool, if you see the right brother and the right conditions.
Oh yeah, 100%. yeah, 100%. 100%. She can give a damn what daddy said. You know what I mean? And then when she gets Mandingo, it's done. It's over. So it is what it is. He lost me with the Trump support. It supports the racist theory. I get that. He lost me with that too, 100%. I can completely understand that. But at the end of the day,
I did something I thought I never would do. I got rid of my Trump ties.
Did you? Really? Wow.
I gave them away.
Gave them away?
Yep.
So Danny, if you catch me for speeding, will you give me a ticket?
I'm going to tell you the truth, Beamican. If at the beginning of the shift, you might get one. But if it's close to me knocking off, you won't get one unless you physically run into me. That's as truthful as I can tell you.
Oh, shit. All right. So since Danny's here, we're going to get into this topic here, which we're going to discuss. No, we're going to keep the Shannon Sharp shit, because I already told these guys You had me heated. You had me heated, Danny. You had me. You know what? I was so heated for like an hour before the scream. I was just sitting there and I'm ranting to myself. I'm talking. My girl's like, "Are you okay?" Like, what? She's like, "You're talking to yourself." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm trying to keep that mode for the stream, right?" Because when you said, "Here we go again," oh my God, I was like,
here we go. Here we go. And you talk about I ain't seen that stuff. And I'm sending you clip after clip after clip of what it was said. I didn't say what order it was said in, but they said the report that got as soon as he gave that lady that money, then this second lady come out. Boom.
No,
whether or not she came back around and circle up, I think she came back around and circle around and brought it back up because she just saw this young Snow Bunny just got all that money.
Yeah, she brought up defamation. But what I was saying is her case was when she was working with FS1, right?
Yeah.
And they hid that shit. That's why she can't get him for sexual assault. She can only get him for defamation because they signed a contract and agreement where they weren't supposed to talk about it. But Shannon Sharp went on social media stuff and started talking about it, and instead of keeping his mouth shut.
Yep.
So what I was saying was that, that shit, the defamation is probably coming back around. I agree with you on that. But the reason why he got fired, hands down, is because of the chick, right? Because he paid off that chick.
I don't think so. I think he had dodged a bullet on when he paid a woman off because, like I said in the text, by the letter of the law, and I totally think they screwed over Jonathan Majors. He should not have lost his job. None of that stuff. It was more of a ticket, a citation.
Right.
That's like you losing your job for a citation.
Right.
It is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But by the letter of the law, he was found guilty by the judge, a group of his peers, whatever the case may be. Shannon Sharp had not done that. And plus, in my mind, they already gave him sort of a pass with that sex tape because that sex tape in most places, okay, you up out of here. Whether it's an accident or whatever, and then I'm not on Instagram, but people telling me that in order to go live on Instagram, it's several steps.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was that.
It ain't nothing you can just pocket dial and hit something. I don't know because I ain't on Instagram. I don't know.
No, you can't. I've tried to, because you can add Instagram to your StreamYard, right? So to go live with and I don't know about like if you're just going live on Instagram, but if I were to try and stream this on StreamYard, I gotta click on StreamYard. I gotta go into IG. I gotta grab the code. I gotta come back and put it back into StreamYard, right? But he just went live straight. But you can't just click live and go live. You got to click live. You got to set it up, right? So what I was saying is the reason why I knew he wouldn't get fired for that is because he was endorsing some sex pill or something like that.
Yeah.
So all he had to do was that
hymns? Was it hymns or something?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, something like that, right? So all he had to really do is tell him, like, listen, I'm endorsing the sex thing, and this is why it happened, right? So I get it. It's still a messed up thing, but I didn't think him getting fired for that. But the video, even though it was a civil suit, so even though that came out and he paid her off, we still got videos and audio of her saying that you choked him. So even if he had won that case, they still wouldn't have brought him back because that's still a bad look, regardless of you winning or not, right? Look at Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp won his case with Amber Heard, and you still haven't really heard anything from Johnny Depp, right? Because it still looks bad in the public eye. So that's all I was saying is that it looks bad even if he won, you know? So
I don't know. He feel bad. Boy, that right there is almost suicide stuff there.
Well,
almost.
Yes and no, because I think he makes a lot more money with Club Shay Shay. I also thought that Club Shay Shay was going to go down because of that, and it hasn't, right? He's still able to get guests. I don't know if he's, huh?
I said it hasn't.
No, he's still. I still see him clipping videos of guests coming on and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, all those ones he already had pre-recorded.
That's the question that I don't know, right? That I don't know. They could be, but I'm also thinking that even if you pre-recorded, someone could like, hey, listen, I don't need you. I can't have.
Yeah, if I was Ocho, I'd be mad because has Nightcap gone? Has that been hurt?
I haven't watched in a while, but I still see they still do it. They did a show the other night talking about some football stuff, so they still do the nightcap stuff.
Ooh, boy,
so I think he's still. But what I'm saying is, like, he needs to be extremely careful because if YouTube is all he has now, they could take that away from him too. They've taken it from Fresh and Fit. They've taken it from a lot of people for less. You know what I mean? So he has to be careful with what he does with the YouTube stuff as well. So it's crazy, man. And it's just messed up that. Listen, you 52 years old, stay away from the 19-year-old. I'm not even going to talk about the snow bunny and stuff like that. Stay away from the 19. I get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Huh? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because on TV, he was talking about Eddie Murphy ex-wife.
Yes,
Man.
yes, exactly.
That would have been my target audience. Yeah, buddy.
100%. 100%. And it's funny, too, because there's this, and she's an OnlyFans model. So I may have come across her page every now and then.
One either. That's
you know what I'm talking about, Miss B.
Yeah,
Miss B. Yeah, Miss B. Right.
That one you showed me today.
Oh yeah. No, that's not the one. I could try and show you Miss B.
You better rebuke rebuke.
I was in my office like this.
Rebuke him.
Because at first with the glasses, I was like. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one, like, oh,
what on the trip? I was like, whoa. Rebuke, Lord.
Like,
please give me.
I love you, Lord, but the devil won this round.
You know what made me set the second one, though? Because you're like, oh, I've seen good, I've seen better. And I said, wait, hold on. Before you say that, hold on. And then I sent the second one. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, that second, boy.
Yeah.
That makes me pray every night. Lord, please give me the strength.
Fact.
Just like whatever Harlem Nights, we called away like, hey, let you know.
Put your mom on the phone. Put your mom on the phone.
I ain't coming back.
I ain't never come back.
Fact.
Oh, man. You know? Especially if she overseas somewhere.
And this is way off topic, but I haven't seen that. How can any man
I know you're going
want to be with another man after seeing something like that? I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Forgive me, YouTube. But I don't understand it.
You know,
Mike, I'm telling you now, you gonna be saying, what's your wife's name? I forgot her name. What's her name? I be forgetting her name. I forgot her name.
Jasmine
you be
Crockett.
saying Jasmine who?
Oh yeah. Jasmine Crockett ain't good.
You be like Jasmine who?
Yeah. I'll send it to you, Mike. I'll send it to you. You catch one in your
I know Mike might lie. He might lie and say, yeah, it ain't worth it.
No, Mike. I know Mike. Mike will be like, yeah. But that's what, so like forget the snow bunny stuff. The 19-year-old bro, you 50-something years old. You need to stay away from them 19-year-old OnlyFans because that's a different generation, right? Well, it's not like our generation where these women want relationships. Yeah, 100%, Danny. 100%.
He fell for the okie doke. I'm Shannon Sharp. You can't touch me. I'm this, and this. He essentially drank his own Kool-Aid.
100%. I agree. They set him up and he fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Because if I'm not mistaken, and don't quote me on this, but I think she approached him first at the gym, or maybe he approached her and she said no, and then he kept doing, or something like that. But I honestly believe that, sometimes they just have to put you in that place because they know, you know what I mean?
This is a bad tip, but if you're going to be out there doing that, make sure that your person that you're interested in, y'all both got iPhones.
Facts.
Because when you try to record somebody on an iPhone, it is going to give you an alert.
Facts.
So make sure.
Stranger said, let me be clear. I have no problem with age gap relationships, but if you're 52 going out with someone 19, that's kind of sus, dude. And not to mention very weird, like you have nothing in common. Exactly. I'm right there with you. The age gap thing is, we're not talking minors. We're talking about, adults and stuff like that. But when it's that big of a gap, what do you really have? bro.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I smash, but I ain't gonna date. I was being real. I do it. I smash, but I ain't dating it. There ain't nothing we can talk about.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm gonna be real too and say I probably would too.
Ain't no problem, so you would. Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one, because she wouldn't look all that.
It all depends, because you gotta remember, my son is 25, right? So when you have a child because it's like I'm dating someone that could be. I mean, even still, it could be.
It's two different things to me.
I know, but it just feels different when you actually have a kid that's age. You know what I mean? Because it feels like, oh, he's 25, he brings home a couple girls, you're looking at his girls kind of way. You know what I mean? It just it's an awkward feeling.
If I was out there, 35 my cutoff.
Yeah, me too. I said because I
want a woman. I don't want no girl.
Facts, Danny. And
I don't want no girl.
And I was 40 and I was dating a 25-year-old at one time. And man, right, we'd be chilling, right? My son was living with me at the time. So just a couple times, we'd be sitting, chilling, watch a movie, whatever. Song come on. I hate the song. And the girl and my son are bopping to it. And I'm like, seems like you got more fucking common with him than me, because I don't. You know what I mean? Like the generation gap was too
I'll smash, but I ain't dating. Because ain't nothing we could talk about. We got nothing to come. There's nothing we could talk about.
Facts. That's it. You know what I mean? I've experienced way too much in my life that you haven't even experienced yet. So, and it's hard to say. Well, there's 25 that could have experienced a lot, so I can't really say that. But it's just weird to me. But the second part of it is Gilbert Arenas was arrested. And I'm gonna bring up this article, and I know Danny has
to a nice guy.
And I know Danny has a lot to say about it because Danny don't like Gil, and I don't have an issue with him. And JG kind of said he's cocky too, kind of a way, which I see.
A little troll.
I see that. I troll too as well, But Gilbert Arenas arrested on charges of illegal poker games. Gilbert Arenas was arrested Wednesday in connection with a federal indictment. Now, federal, you in some hot water, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you already know when the federal comes after you, you in trouble. But it says, indictment that alleges the former NBA star hosted illegal high-stakes poker games at its mansion in Encino, California, according to a release from the United States Attorney's Office in California. Arenas is officially charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. So he actually lied about it when they questioned him. He is to appear in U.S. District Court on Wednesday afternoon in downtown Los Angeles and was released on a $50,000 bond after pleading not guilty to charges. His trial is scheduled for September 23rd. So before I get into some of the details, first off, your thoughts, Danny.
Oh man. Like I said, I wasn't never a fan of his because he tried to put down one era over the better. Sometimes he talk outside of his neck. Though some days he say this and he says that. Then he have guests on the show and he be trying to loud talk and all kind of crazy stuff. To me, this came off as kind of like a know-it-all, and he knows everything about this, that, and the other. And yeah, he was good, but he didn't. What did he really do in the NBA? Yeah. I mean, I don't think he ever went to a playoff game. I don't think he never won a ring. He's not in the top 75. I don't think he's in the top 100. I mean, yeah, he did. He made the accomplishment of getting there, and he has knowledge of the game. But to me, sometimes watching his shows was off-putting.
Sometimes it is, especially when him and McCants go at it. It's like, oh my god,
yeah. And McCants the last person to be running because he didn't do squat.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact he goes at Gilbert. Nick Young lady's been going back at Gilbert too. So
I like what's the one, the light skinned guy?
The one that's kind of the one in the middle.
No, he had lips on his tattoo on his neck.
Oh, Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin don't play.
Yeah,
I'm about the only one on there I like. Rest of them, I can. But I mean, I don't wish the man go to jail and stay there his whole life, but maybe this will humble him. He don't seem like a very humble person.
I doubt it.
So here's
then I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go first, JG, because I already said.
Yeah, Danny. I don't know if you saw did you ever see the Netflix documentary about Gilbert Arenas? When they had the little gun situation in the locker room, there was a whole documentary on it.
Yeah.
And this has been pretty much been Gilbert his whole life as he talked, right? Even going to jail, I don't think it's going to change him. He's going to come back the same person because he's just a troll. He's a goofball. He just.
Oh yeah, I think I posted it on one of the chats. I was like, you guys need
it was
to
a good
watch
one too.
And it's funny too, right? Because I was right there with you, JG. I was like, this guy is a clown. It's his fault and everything. And then when they said he looked out for the guy at the end, I was like, okay, at least he made kind of an amends. You know what I mean? It's trying to. I don't know if he's been, financially supported for him, or I think they said he has or something like that, but at least he tried something. So I gave him that benefit of the doubt. But my thoughts on this is what I was saying earlier is, okay, so, and I'm going to get to it because I think this article has like the details of it, but I'm like, if he's like, because he's a basketball player. So if he had rented out his house or whatever and had his basketball friends come over and they play in poker and gambling, I get gambling is legal, but it's just his boys, right? If he's actually just getting any willy-nilly to come off the street and come gamble, then that's a problem. But I'm like, that's just like me, Danny, Roberto, all of us getting together every weekend and gambling poker. So I'm trying to figure out how far it goes into that.
It must have been some. I heard he lied, I guess, when they confronted him.
Okay.
I don't know whether it was the state, or whoever controls that, monitors that illegal gambling. I heard, I guess, that they kind of went to him or caught him or had evidence, and he flat out lied to him. And most of the time, when you lie, they gonna hammer it to you, buddy. And especially that he looks like he looked. He's got money. He's famous. What state did this happen in?
Does it say? Hold on. California.
Oh yeah,
California.
Encino, California. JG, what are your thoughts? Because I see here here's where I find it gets kind of like, I can understand why they did it. But first, JG, your thoughts.
Yeah, like I was saying backstage, like, look, in our own homes, in our garage, we do a lot of stuff that's illegal, right? I know smoking marijuana in the garage with our friends, that's illegal, right?
Not here.
Oh yeah, of course not there. I mean, playing spades or dominoes or something for money is technically gambling. So a lot of us do that. So you gamble at your house, you invite your boys over, cool, whatever. No sweat on my back. But man, at least don't lie. Just be honest, like, we were doing it. Just do what you gotta do. Because a lot of times, I've been in situations that I would not admit that I just went there and told the truth. The cop said, okay, man, I'm gonna let you go, but just clean this shit up. Don't do it again.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of times, I'm telling you now, you tell the truth, sometimes you get to go home.
100%.
If you lie and they catch you in it, I've seen some guys stay over the hours, do that paperwork just because you lied.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, I'm gonna tell you now, you get a chance to get on. You get a worse chance going home at the beginning of the shift than the end of the shift. End of the shift, man, you have to do something really crazy because I'm trying to get to the house.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. It's like close to 5. You know what I mean? When the shift is over, you know that if you're not doing anything messed up, like you're gonna get out of that real quick because what would happen is, wouldn't you have to do paperwork now?
Yes. If I'm heading home on my ride home, I'm still technically on the clock, but you speed and do some kind of crazy stuff. That's a prime time when I stop you. You're gonna have either a suspended license 50 pounds of weed in your car or something crazy or some kind of gun, then I'm going to have to turn back around, and that's going to be another hour or two doing that paperwork, booking you in. Man, you better try to
You know what? I would tell y'all something. A secret I had once, a long time ago. It's the only thing I'm ever going to admit. So I was younger and dumb, of course, and I was driving. My parents had gone out of town. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take my mom's car, right? And I took it. And I drove, ran into a roadblock, tried to do a U-turn. Cop pulled me over. And he was like, hey, I didn't have my license. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a license, period. So I was basically joyriding. And the cop was like, hey, where's your license? I was like, I left it at home. What's your license number? I didn't know nothing about it. And so I kept lying. And of course, the cop found out. And he said straight up, if you had told me the truth, I would have told you to call or someone, come pick the car up. You could have gone home. Instead, I had to spend the night in jail and get somebody to bail me out.
Hey.
So usually it's best just to tell the truth and get it over with.
That
100%.
happens.
100%. And you know what? To be honest with you, if you're wrong, just tell the truth and deal with your consequences at the end of the day, right? You know what I mean?
If you tell the truth and you have a good attitude, I ain't saying be like, yes, the boss, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But be like, officer, man, I'm sorry. I know I was speeding. I didn't mean to do it. I'm in a hurry, blah, blah, blah. A lot of times when the officer come back, he'll have that warning ticket. If you see the white ticket, it's a warning ticket. You see the blue ticket, then you probably going. But if you lie, you get some kind of attitude. I'm telling you, when I used to write tickets hard and heavy, if the passenger ever says something to me, and I'm talking to the driver, that driver's getting a ticket. I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to him or her. Or I know one Sunday, man, the woman was like, officer, why are you stopping us? We trying to make it to church on time. Oh, yeah. Okay. So man, step out. He look at his wife, and he come to the back of the car. I said, you know, get this ticket, right? He said, yeah, I know she made you mad, didn't you? I say, I ain't saying that on the camera, but you getting this ticket, come to court and I'll help you out.
Yeah, it happens. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why sometimes when you get stopped, you know, like I had a friend who used to, I'm like, bro, just shut up, man. We're going to be here 2 hours if you keep cursing these damn cops. You know what I mean? I get it. And listen, when they stopped us, like, we were coming out of a Tim Hortons, like a donut shop, right? Cops came in, right? They came in and they waited in line. And then when we left, they left right after us. So we didn't even get like a block away and they stopped us. And he was just going off, bro. Like, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. We just coming from like an after hours, and there was drinking, obviously, but by that time he was kind of sobered up, you know what I mean? He stopped drinking around 3, so 5 o'clock at 2 hours, yeah. So they never really like got him on him for that, but they just checked his license, whatever. But because he kept cursing them off and yelling and screaming, we were there for about an hour and a half for something that could have been 5 minutes. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
Some people do it. They don't know, man. They don't realize. I don't know about in Canada, but our law book in South Carolina, it's about that thick right here. And if you got the patience and the time, you can find something in that book. And I'm telling you, there are some cops that have the patience and the time, and they will sit on the side of that road and they will find something. I know this one guy, man, he found this, no lie. It's some kind of law in South Carolina, like walking through the graveyard at night or something. This guy was, and man, he charged us. I said, bro, really? He did it.
He said, yep, I'm going to search for that. All right.
You gonna talk junk to me and all this kind? Yeah, I'm telling you.
So here's the part where I'll say, because Eli said Gil wasn't gambling with friends, he set up location. So here's the part where I think this is what really gets him, right? Says, according to the indictment, Arenas rented his Encino house to one of his associates, staged the mansion for poker games, recruited co-conspirators to host, and collected rent from the co-conspirators on Arenas' behalf. The indictment alleges that Graysman and the other defendants ran illegal pot limit Omaha poker games, among others, which collected a cut from each pot contested. Prosecutors say that the group hired chefs, valet, and armed security guards to staff the games, as well as young women who served drinks, provided massages, and offered companionship to the poker players in exchange for tips, and that the co-conspirators took a cut of the servers' tips from the game. That is where you get the illegal gambling casino from.
That right there is racketeering and RICO.
Oh yeah, 100%, Danny. Yeah, that I could definitely see. I don't know if they'll charge him on that. Maybe they will. You think so?
I don't think
the way he run his mouth, they will.
I don't think they'll do that, but he gonna get a hefty fine, buddy. He gonna get a hefty fine.
They said each count could result up into, I don't think it's in this article, but I think they said like 5 years in jail for each count or something like that. Do you think he'll get jail time?
He won't get that much. He might get a year or two, or when he might get 6 or 7, 10 years, but they'll be suspended on probation. He got to do a lot of community service. He probably got to do some things talking about legal, not all the stuff they put Michael Vick through.
Yeah.
He's going through that.
Michael Vick went to jail though, didn't he?
Yeah, he went to jail. But I'm saying all that stuff he had to do afterwards about.
Oh yeah.
About animal cruelty and all that kind of stuff.
So you think maybe 2 years in jail? I
don't think he'll get no jail time. I think he'll get sentenced to jail time, but they'll suspend it to like probation, community service, all that kind of stuff. And they're gonna take some of his money.
Need to go to jail for being stupid. That man was out in broad daylight doing like, dude, you are stupid. That's somebody who got too much money and think he can do whatever he wants. The same Gibble we saw in Golden State, the Wizards, the same person.
I'm right there with you, JJ.
Rules don't apply to him. He worth, it said right here, $15 million.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Oh,
15 million, that's it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot, but I'm just saying, I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
That's what he's worth now. This is despite him earning $160 million in salary during his NBA career, along with additional income and endorsements such as a multi-year partnership with Adidas.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, because he wasn't. Yeah, go ahead.
It says the significant drop from his net worth, 40 to 50 million, is attributed to factors like lavish spending habits. He got a lot of luxury cars and mansions, costly legal battles, a lack of a stable post-NBA income.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I think he was starting to get his footing back with this
YouTube stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Before that, we ain't hear nothing about Gil. You know what I mean? So he probably wasn't really making that much money to have like a high net worth. I think the 15 million is probably maybe like 7 million of it YouTube, right? Because it's his channel goes up. I'm
telling you, he got like Allen Iverson. He needs to thank his agent. Can y'all hear about what his agent did, right?
No, what happened?
What's that?
Allen Iverson, he's about broke. I mean, like broke. But his agent or somebody in his group made a deal with Reebok.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when he turns a certain age, he gets, I want to think, what, 50 million or something?
Well, him and Shaq, I don't know if you've seen the on Netflix. Him and Shaq are like
doing a show together, something, ain't it?
It's not show. Yeah, it's a show, but it's about them being like executives in Reebok, right? Where they're making decisions.
He got a lifetime. He had a lifetime. But I don't think he knew that until his divorce with his wife. Then it came to light. It's the story that I read. I was like, how did you know that? But I think his agent or somebody in his clique looked out for him and didn't tell him because they probably knew he was going to do something stupid.
Yeah, him and Shaq have lifetime contracts with Reebok, right?
That's nice.
Him and Shaq. Yeah. Him and Shaq have lifetime.
I still think Jay Wiz probably the smartest person. His mama, we say his mother, he hadn't spent a dime of his contract money. Everything's been endorsement money he spent.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. But that's exactly how you should be doing it, right? A lot of these guys, they'll just spend their endorsement money and all the money that they make from the NBA, they save it.
Yeah, that's what they said. What's the guy? Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yeah, Ant-Man's doing that.
He don't spend none of his salary. He lives off endorsements or something. He was saying he don't dress.
That's another dude I can't stand.
You like that, Anthony?
No, he run his mouth too much for me.
They said Allen Iverson net worth was $1 million. $1 million.
That's a damn shame.
And
That's a damn.
At his height, he made $200 million. However, Iverson's financial situation has improved in recent years, largely due to his lifetime deal with Reebok. This deal guarantees him $800,000 annually for life.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Reebok deal also includes a $32 million trust fund, which he will be able to access in 2030 when he turns 55.
Okay.
But until then, he receives $1 million annual dividend from that fund.
But you see, that's where a lot of these athletes need to have something like that, because a lot of them get out of the NBA and they get completely broke. And you ask yourself, how can you make so much money and be broke? And that's because they still
like this right here. Like this right here.
Yeah,
you gotta learn to say no. You gotta learn to say no. You gotta put that rainy day money away and forget about it.
Facts, 100%, 100%. You know, so hey man, good luck to Gil. I know his wife is probably crying because I don't know if you guys seen his wife, but it's funny, right? His wife, her name is Mel Marco, right? And she was like in the manosphere space, like sort of fresh and fit, them kind of space, right? There's this guy who is called the MTR. MTR started doing videos with her, took this guy out, went to Jamaica with her, all kinds of stuff like that, right? And Amazing Lucas used to make fun of him all the time. So she used to do a show called the Pineapple Show, whatever, where she brings on a girl and guys pop on. So I ended up seeing a clip of Gil popping up on there. And I was like, oh, Gil shooting his shot. But he wasn't shooting a shot at the girl. He was shooting a shot at her. And then next thing you know, they started doing videos together. And then they started doing this. He bet her $1 million. If she beats him in basketball, he will give her $1 million. So they did a stream like that. Next thing you know, boom, they were married. So good for her. Gil,
you know what?
Gil
I wish I had the money to sit there and bet like it's nothing. Let me bet $1 million.
Bucks,
like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Like here, you can bet.
But he also knew she wasn't going to beat him. But still,
you know the fact that you can do it. The fact that you can do it, though. You see what I'm saying? I'll cry over $5. Well,
to be fair, I would, even though I don't have it, I'd bet Danny $1 million that I beat him in any Mortal Kombat game. You know what I mean?
Not me, because it'll be that one damn time.
Yeah,
your controllers.
Yeah,
kick
right. I'd be playing the battery and my controller died. And
yep. All of a sudden you lose. Like, yep.
Facts. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I hope Gil definitely gets that situation taken care of, because you know what I mean? Like, and I say it all the time, for someone who makes that kind of money, and you got to be careful with what you do. And to be sitting there and actually making like a casino, like there's no doubt about it that he made a casino. That's what that was. Bro, you can't do that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do
nah. Hey. Don't drop the soap.
Facts. Facts. So we're going to bring up this topic because Twitter has been going crazy over it. And, you know, of course, let me just share my screen.
This sucker say his ladder died, so he going to the...
You know what's funny? Same thing, and we only have one lighter, so we're sharing one now. Forgot to go buy new ones at the store and stuff. So, you know, I feel you, Eli. I know exactly what you're saying.
Let's go ahead and buy the 5-pack.
What's that? Oh yeah, we do buy the 5-pack, Danny, but that lasts like about a month or two, and then we got to buy another 5-pack. You know?
We'll go buy the one where you can put the stuff in it.
I used to buy the refill ones, but I find like, you know, you refill it and then you click it like 2 or 3 times, and you got to refill it again.
Shoot, man, I used to make bracelets. Get them on that blue fire flame.
Uh-huh.
I used to love them suckers.
Facts. Yeah, those ones with the blue flames. I like that. So I brought up this picture here because this picture has pretty much drove Twitter insane. And I'm just going to read what this girl says, and it's kind of the sentiment of what people are saying. It says, so this girl got beaten by a black man, and Kevin really asked, what did she say? Okay, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to remove that real quick. So there was this brawl in Cincinnati, right, where supposedly she got knocked out by a black guy, and we don't know what happened, right? We don't know the full details of it. So first I want to bring up this clown, Rob Snyder, because people are talking a lot of crap about it. So Rob Snyder ended up doing this, and he said,
the Cincinnati police chief is right. White people getting stomped by black people is only part of the story. To get a full picture, we need to consider the other side of the story. What kind of shoes were the black people wearing when they were stomping the white people? Were they soft, cushy shoes, or were they clogs? Before we jump to any conclusions about race, the Cincinnati mayor and his chief are right. We need to consider the other side of the story. Thank you for your consideration in this matter.
You know what?
So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, JG.
He ain't worth the oxygen he breathing right now. I used to like him. I can't stand that bastard no more, man. I can't stand him.
And so he's trying, because again, a lot of people, and there's tweets like this all over Twitter, Danny. Oh, you know, a black person stomps out white woman. How come no one says anything? How come nobody's talking about it? And blah, 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 blah. And my post was, well, if she had said something, you know what I mean? How do we know? So Eli, thank Eli for this one, because he ended up sending me the video. So, whoa, cat jumped on the back, scared me. So here's the video. Let's watch the video. Is the screen up? Yes. Oops. Why did it stop?
Some kind of cheap Canadian Wi-Fi or something. Hey, making shots to him, boy.
Eating all of them, though. Give me that. Oh, no, he got stuck on his head.
Goldie, no, Goldie, don't do that. Goldie, there we go, Goldie.
So that's the video, right? And I just got to take off X before.
Wasn't that woman that was walking towards him, the one that was knocked out on the ground?
I think so, yeah.
In the blue dress?
Yeah, that was the one that was knocked out. But, you know, people going crazy over that video and blah, 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 blah. And I believe I posted it. Yeah, I did, right here. This is what started it. He slapped the black guy in the face.
Let's see it.
Huh? You see it? So that's
see it. Can we play it?
Oh no, I took a screenshot of it, right? I took a screenshot of it. But that's where, so they're arguing. Let's see if we can find it in the video.
What does that say? A group of white people what?
Here. 4 million people clicked this photo. Safe to say, white America is over black Americans bullshit. The only people clapping that they stomped on this white woman's head was black people. Tells you everything you know. Get a gun permit if you are in the city. Better to defend yourself than end up like that. Because at this point, they hate you.
Wow.
So this is what I'm saying. This is the narrative that's coming off of this when everybody's ignoring the fact that the video starts with the man getting slapped in his face. So I'm going to find the video again, and we're going to see if we can find it. All right. So this is the beginning of the video. Right there. Did you see it? It's a bad angle, but watch. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Was a slapper more like he kind of like what do you call it? Mush him.
No, it looked like the way the video is and the picture, I think it's a slap. But watch his head. You see his head kind of go back, and probably wasn't a hard slap, like a slap to make it like, yo, this motherfucker just slapped me, that kind of thing, But at the end of the day, you started it. You don't put your hands on anybody, right?
I get that, but does that deserve half the neighborhood to stomp out? Like I'm saying, playing devil's advocate. Saying devil's advocate.
Got a neighborhood, Danny. Well, I got a neighborhood, Danny.
I'm about to say it. This is a true story that happened to me. I went to a situation where I was the only fly in the bowl of milk. I didn't go in there acting crazy, but shortly after it, I was asked to leave. I told the people, y'all don't hurt me. I'll leave. Everything good to go. But of course, I had my gun on me, and I had 18 rounds in it, so I could take out 18 people if they choose not to do that. Well, have saying that, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. Yeah, they shouldn't have went into that neighborhood, and he shouldn't have put his hand in old boy's face. I'm all with that. All I'm saying, it took like 7 or 8 of them stomping them 10 or 12 times, because that charge, what he did, if by the letter of the law, is a simple assault. What they're doing now, that is called lynching. That is jail time, or assault by a mob, depending on what state you're in. That's general sessions. That's serious jail time.
Oh, 100%. But what I think happened, though, Daniel, I'm going to play the video again. I think so. He slaps, black guy jumps in, and then I think everybody just jumps in at that point, right? Let's see. Okay, so that one guy, he didn't even get slapped. He throws a punch, so he had nothing to do with it. So yeah, it seems to me like you said, he got slapped, and then everybody just jumped in and attacked him.
I'm not condoning it. No, he should have put his hand in his face. So you kind of get what you get. But by the letter of the law, if I'm looking at it, yeah, that white guy could be charged with simple assault based on what I seen, the laws. But when they turn around and then they steady kicking him, because say for instance, the guy did hit him, and he said I felt for my life, so I protected myself. One punch, okay, he would still be in the right. He's still being in the right. 2 punches, he might still be in the right. But sitting down here and steady kicking him and elbowing him and kneeing him in the head and stuff, if they can identify them people, they going to jail for assault by mob. I can tell you that 1,000% certainty. And if you break it down and say who was the primary aggressor, yep, the white man was. But that's killing a fly with a sledgehammer instead of killing a fly with a fly swatter, in the legal opinion.
Well, Beaming, can you ask the question? I see it as you fuck around, find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Slap me and find out.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
So you get stomped 20 times in the head?
Hey, you shouldn't have slapped the man in the face, right?
Because number one, I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, number one, like the guy the red shirt looked like he was the one that got slapped, right?
Right.
If I see your boy next to you, I'm not touching you.
Mm-hmm.
If this is a one-on-one thing, that's one thing. But I see your boy right next to you, no. Hey, and I'm sure alcohol was involved. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they probably said some words. Sound like
100%. Yeah.
If I'm with my boy or whatever, right? And it's a situation like that, and he gets slapped, I'm be right there ready because I don't know what his friend, the other guy friend, gonna do. I gotta be prepared as well, right? And I'm not excusing the attack at all. For me, like one-on-one, hey, y'all have that one-on-one. Okay, break it up, we done. But when they got into the whole opening right there, and these other guy jumps in. If I'm your friend, I don't know what the other guy's intention is, so I might jump in and try to push him back. So I don't know what's going on. You see that in sports a lot, right? When two guys get to it, what happens? Everybody pushes everybody to, but hey, we don't know what your intentions are. Now, I agree with Danny. Everybody in that thing's probably going to be prosecuted one way, shape, or form. Everybody.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if three of us out together and swear to get one of y'all, and you go ahead and get that one or two shots in, I'm gonna be like, okay, Nzo, you got him. Let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here. I ain't gonna help you stomp the guy 50 times, and I'm going to jail too. I mean, nope. I'm sorry.
You know, some people gotta get their lick in there. It's been a long week, bro.
I'm gonna say,
100%.
It's been a long week, man.
I'm gonna say, Nzo, Jay, okay, you got your 2 or 3. Let's go. I'm gonna try and grab you up, man. Let's go, man. Stop, man. Before you hurt this guy, before you get yourself in trouble. Let's go. That's what I'm going to do.
No, I get it, Danny. I get you doing that. And you know what I would do? I fucking right. And I'd be walking, I'm like, this motherfucker slapped me in the face, and I run back and kick him.
I'll be like, come on, let's go, Nzo. Let's go.
You know what I mean? But
it's like, I'd rather you punch me than slap me. You slap me, that's like calling me a B. You're like, no, bro, we finna get this. We finna do this.
So you gonna be so all three of us gonna be men in jail looking at each other?
It just kind of reminds me of
after 30 days in. After that 30 days in the jail, you can be like, man, I should have listened. I shouldn't have kicked. I'm just telling you, man.
I get it. I do. Especially me. I probably wouldn't want to be in jail either. But at the same time, I don't. Hey, man. Sometimes you can't. Okay, so take away the law stuff about it. You can't predict how people are going to act when you do something to them, right? So you have to be at least knowledgeable of that. And there's always consequences to an action. So if you slap the man in the face and then you call him the N-word and you got a bunch of brothers out there, yeah, you're getting stomped down. And I do believe that the N-word probably came out there, man.
I believe it. I believe it did. I believe alcohol was involved. And what I'm saying, he shouldn't have slapped the man. But let's just say, for instance, you turn around and you Mike Tyson him. Okay. You're going to knock him out. That's sufficient. But then you're going to start branding him and kick him and stuff.
Yeah. No, I get you. That should be the end of it. 100%. You know what I mean?
How would you feel if that was Raheem?
I'd probably be out there tonight looking for them people.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Raheem slapped the guy. And the guy got the better Raheem, but then instead of just going away, he stomps Raheem, and now he in the hospital all jacked up.
So I would be watching this video, right? Hold on, let me bring it to that. And I'd be trying to put faces. I'd be going, okay. Oh yeah, I can see who that is, and right? I'd be zooming in and shit. You know what I mean?
And that's what the cops gonna do, and they going to jail.
Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna go to jail, 100%. I'm just saying, you gotta be careful what you do. You know, the law part about it, everybody's gonna go to jail 100%. I don't even know what their defense would be. I guess, you know, he was the aggressor, he started it. But at the end of the day,
knocked that man out, Nzo, everything would have been cool.
Yeah.
He knocked that man out and might have stomped on one time, everything would have been cool. But you got this stomping one, and then the white lady was knocked out. Yeah. You going to jail. I just might as well get your strikes ready.
And you see, that's the thing. The video doesn't exactly show what happened to the white lady, right? So we don't know, like, if she said anything, if she hit somebody, or she just happened to be.
This video before.
Or she
I think you know what? She probably stepped in trying to stop, and she got hit.
Yeah, I think they got that. That's what I think would happen too.
Yeah. It would make sense. But you know, Twitter and X, they always hate us and they want to be like, oh yeah, this. But do you guys remember the bat signal? I can't remember what they called it.
Alabama brawl. Yeah.
Alabama brawl. You remember that? Yeah. Right? Like, let's not act like they don't do it to us too, right? But these guys on these warriors on there, I'll be like, oh guys, we can't trust all black people now because they're gonna stomp you up and they hate us. You guys have hated us way before we've hated you. You know what I mean? And I don't even think we hate you. I said earlier in this one, I think we are way too forgiving for some situations. You know what I mean? Like you watch all these other people getting reparations and black people can't get it. So I don't know, man. It's just funny to me how people see these situations and just bring out the racism and stuff in it. You know what I mean? Like everything is racism, this, and we hate that, and we hate them, and it's annoying to the point that man, that's all you see, right? On X, on Twitter, on YouTube, it's always like some race stuff. And I think Mark did a video today, and he was talking about, you know, kind of like baiting us into race battles and stuff like that. And at certain points, I can see it. But at the same time, I also see it as, you know, Trump being in office and people getting braver than they used to be. Like there's another video, I don't think I have it, but this dude, I don't know why he knocked on the door or whatever. I think he was like doing door-to-door jobbing. And they came out and they called him the N-word, said they're gonna lynch him, and he was just walking away, you know what I mean? And they did all of that stuff. And I was just like, man. Like you said, JG, I don't know why they hate us, but they do. They do. Go ahead. What are your thoughts, JG?
Oh, just on anything in general?
Yeah, on situation.
Oh, on this topic, yeah. Man, it's and I hate to be the one to say turn the other cheek. We've turned the other cheek way too damn long, right? It comes a time when someone does, even if it's just a nudge on the face, right? That's unwanted contact. You don't need to be touching me, bro. If you do something wrong, you want to apologize, you don't have to touch me. I touch my shoulder, nothing. Just my bad and walk off. You don't have to put your hands on me. Especially because I remember I was watching a video, right? And a guy was talking to a bunch of men about how you never know what somebody's going through, where somebody just be walking, having be like their wife could have left them, sibling or parent or no one could have died or something like that. And he bumps until you get mad at him. He just goes off. You never know what somebody's going through. So you just treat people accordingly. Treat people with respect. Give respect, you get it. Just plain and simple. Plain and simple. And then I'm sorry, but sometimes you have a long week, man. You see something like that happen, you want to get your lick in, man. You want to get about 2 or 3 licks, maybe run off. I'm just saying.
And no, you're right, because even with adrenaline going off, you see your boy, you know, you're gonna come in and just give a little kick, you know what I mean? Do something. I've done it.
Like, let me get a little slap in real quick. Right?
Yeah,
I saw one with 2 women were fighting. A dude came on, slapped the girl in the ass just to be doing it. Like I probably done the same thing. Like
you know, it's like your boy's fighting and your boy's beating his ass, and you got to get a licking because you're like, who the fuck this guy think he is?
Exactly. You don't want to be the one who don't step in. I'll say that. You don't want to be the guy who don't step in.
Facts. Oh man, I want to show you guys a couple of things before we go. Hold on, let me see which one is this. Oh yeah. All right, so we'll start with this one.
Looking for a pussy ass nigga.
Oh Lord.
Ghetto ass voiceover. Iron Man versus Captain America.
Fury, if you looking for a pussy ass nigga, here go one right here. Get your fucking hands off me, Tony. Damn. Steve, you better calm your damn nerves down, boy. You forgetting who you talking to? Yeah, I know who I'm talking to. A cripple-hearted, bitch-ass, bootleg Batman cyborg fuckboy with no hoes. And speaking of hoes, you want to know what your bitch Peggy Carter was doing while you was freezing in the ice? Giving sloppy toppy to my daddy to keep her lights on. Oh, shit. You know, Tony, for you to be a motherfucking genius with a smart-ass mouth, you always find a way to say some stupid-ass shit. Maybe if you take Spider-Man dick out your mouth, you could finally be useful to this damn team. God damn. Man, fuck that. That's why my homeboy Hook said he drop kicked your ass. He said what? So we lying now. I already put Bruce bitch ass Banner in his place. Look at his punk ass. Hook know I'll grab Thor's hammer and knock his ass out like Craig did Debo. And speaking of homeboys, let me call my homeboy Bucky up real quick and put him on speaker and let him tell everybody how he the reason your punk ass was an orphan. Crying in your bed every night. I want my mommy and daddy to come home. Pussy. He put your hoe ass mama and your bitch ass daddy on a t-shirt. He said he was smoking on that start pack. You know what? Let's call the Guardians of the Galaxy up so they can take us to Vermeer and we can ask Red Skull why he turned you into a human popsicle. I'll cave your fucking chest in and make that little arc reactor start glitching, boy. Listen, Tony, I got that super soldier serum in me, baby. I've been knocking little bitch ass niggas like you out since World War II. Super soldier serum my ass. Some crackheaded scientist nigga nutted in a bottle and mixed it with R. Kelly piss and had Bill Cosby pop some of his special pills in it. And then they told your stupid ass that shit was super serum. Nigga, you a fucking crack baby. Get the fuck out my face.
This guy, he does like Batman cartoons and all kinds of stuff. Oh my God, he cracks me up, bro. He cracks me up. Got this other one here. This is for you guys who like to hop on planes and shit. Pause it, bring it back. So it says, when you're ready for a vacation, but you see this.
The guy pumping up the air tire on the airplane.
She wanna control me, and she wanna.
Oh no! I'll be on that plane.
He's an abort mission, right? Look at him! Look at him! He's like, what the hell? There is no way I would be getting on that plane, bro.
You better get a new tire on here. That's old one up. You know what? No patch on no airplane tire.
Nah, bro. I ain't even trying. All right. Let me see. Which one's this? This one. That one. Okay, so I got this one, and then one more I want you to get. Watch this.
Bro, look. Yes, sir? Try this bigger. It's a red drink from Jamaica. Try this for me.
That's the Jamaican drink, right?
Yes, bro, the Jamaican one.
The complex flavors.
Yes, bro.
If you care for me to engage in the flavoring.
All right.
Oh, what the rapid. What the flavor?
Why are you talking like that, bro?
Where you mean, who me a talk about? Come here.
Yeah, really hard, man.
Mayo, come here. You see this one here? Me are from Jamaica. Me not play them games. Me a Rasta man. Ask me my favorite food.
What your favorite food, though?
Curry goat. Really Rasta.
Curry goat and?
Rice and pea, you know that thing. Ask me.
My dad.
How many baby money me have?
How many baby mothers?
23 baby money.
22
children. Real bad man. You know that thing there. Hey.
Wait, but can I have my drink back, though?
Yeah, this is my drink. No respect.
What you mean? Can I have my drink back?
What on earth is this conflict of flavors? What on earth have you done to me?
Give me my drink.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Wow. All right. And I think the last one I have, it's not really a joke. I know I had another one. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay. I had one more. Watch this.
Bunch in this.
Like, do you see the white?
Yeah, you're white.
From what?
Did you just figure out you were white?
No, like the real white. Just like the flashlight.
Well, because you're white, honey.
From what?
Because God made you white.
I feel this.
No, I'm not supposed to be this way.
What are you doing?
Wash the light off.
Oh my God, bless his heart. And protect him at all costs. He knows the type of friends he gonna have. He must have had another life. Tell him it's his winter shade. It'll change in the summer. Listen, I'm about to be 50 and mine still has not changed. Yeah, he was one of us, definitely. That's Marcus. We rocking with Mark, because Mark rocking with us. No, I'm not supposed to be this white. The way he's roasted us. Woke up was like, nah, something ain't right. I'm not supposed to be this way. The white ups got me screaming. So disappointed. Protect his innocence, exactly.
Wow, that's funny.
What's that, Danny?
She thinks she black.
Oh yeah, she does stuff like that all the time. She probably do. Now the last one, I think this is so fire. I don't know if you guys heard it before, but this shit is for me.
And I yelled to the cab of your boat. Smell you later. Looked in my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel-Air. Hey, ooh, in the 90s kind of world, I'm glad I've got my own. This is all that. Up in the morning, a new day is starting. It's me. Am I realizing my responsibility? Sister, hey, sister. Oh, I never knew how much I miss you. Now everybody knows I ain't never gonna let you go. Let's go.
Relax yourself, girl, please sit down. Relax yourself, girl, please sit down. Relax yourself, girl, please sit
Join us. Here I come. This is Jamie Foxx, yeah. Cool, hey. Gonna tear the house down. Swing it.
Wow.
Fire, right?
Here we go. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill.
That shit.
You stopped.
That's
that was
Kevin
it?
Ross.
Okay.
He's the king of smash up.
What's that, Danny?
That's Kevin Ross. He's the king of smash ups. He do that all the time.
I've seen him before. Yeah, I've seen him before. I just never seen this one before. I was like, yeah man.
That's his name. He's an artist. He's fire. There's one where he's singing. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah.
He's in concert in England, and he does his song, and then he mixes it with Michael Jackson's song. And man, that thing sounds fire.
Oh yeah.
His name is Kevin Ross.
That he's doing in the videos, like that's hard to do, right? Because he has to record himself doing a beat, then record himself doing another beat to match, and then that's talent, bro. That is talent, definitely.
Yeah, where he at? Where's it?
Said pumping the tire is bad enough, but not even using the gouge. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. Right, and this is why I say, guys, humans aren't meant to fly. All right. Stay your ass on the ground. Do not worry about getting in no planes, and you guys will never have to worry about being in a plane crash. I'm good. I ain't flying. I ain't doing that.
I'm gonna share this with you.
Yeah, go ahead. There we go.
You can play a little song. Anchors. Play a little day, so had a good time. It was a little. Girl, you got me strung out and I'm feeling like you. So
yeah.
But see you, no. Further back with MJ.
Take care, Dandelion. Thank you for coming.
Inside, it goes, I just wanna touch and kiss. Said I wish that I could. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. Let's take it further back with MJ. Hey. Looking in the mirror took me by surprise. You see, I can't help but see you, no. Running often in my mind.
Yeah, it's fire. Definitely fire.
I didn't
actually know he like sang like that. I thought he just did.
Yeah, I listened to his record all the time, man.
Yeah,
he's from Washington, Maryland.
Okay. Yeah, that shit is lit. Shit is definitely lit. Yeah, guys. So we hit the 2-hour mark. Probably gonna close up. Just want to give a quick update. which I am pretty happy about. So I did my blood test and my urine test today. So I won't find out for about a month what's happening there. So I'm praying for that. But I did check my blood pressure today, and it was down, and it was normal.
Nice.
Now that's the first normal I've had in like 2 weeks. So I got to keep going on to it to make sure that it stays at that rate. But not quite yet, Danny. It's coming, though. It's hard, but it's coming. I know there's a lot of changes I have to make. I want to wait till I get my blood test so that I really know what changes I have to make. You know, even though I know smoking is one of them, I guess I'm just trying to hold off until, you know what I mean? Until they tell me, like, Mr. Hodges, you really need to stop smoking, or else it's gonna end your life. I'm like, okay.
I'll tell you a true story. My uncle, he died, but didn't die of that. But he used to smoke all three. He used to smoke cigarettes, cigars, and a pipe for as long as I can remember. And he went to the doctor one day, and when he came back, he threw all that stuff away.
Really?
So we told him something, but he lived probably another 20 years after that. But the doctor must have said something that scared me, because he came back and he threw all that stuff away and never smoked again.
I think that's the that's probably what I need to happen. I'm gonna try and do it myself, but I think that's where a doctor says, like, listen, you smoke another cigarette, or you keep smoking these cigarettes, like, you're gonna die. And I'll be like, okay, well, that's it for me, you know. Now, if he says I need to stop smoking weed, just take me. Just take me. I'm gone. That's it. You know what I mean? Cigarettes, no problem. But if he says you gotta stop smoking weed, boy, I may risk that one. You know, I may risk that one. No, I'm joking, guys. Like I said earlier. Oh, so listen to this, because I messaged you, Danny. I told you, right? I have a friend who, and this is a thing too that like really wants me to get my health in check, because I see a lot of people getting sick, a lot of people dying, right? So I got a message from one of my boys who told me, one of my old school friends, and this guy, like, I used to sleep at his house, he used to sleep at my house, man. I was close with his mom, his brother, and everything. He ended up, what up, Tony? How you doing, brother? He ended up having a heart attack. And the heart attack kind of has him in like a vegetable state. She said he was doing better, but, you know, he doesn't remember anybody, doesn't know anything, can't talk or anything like that. He just like a vegetable kind of state. So anyways, I messaged the girl that told my friend, because we all went to school together, and I messaged her today. And I'm like, hey, do you know what hospital he's in? Because I'm thinking about going to see him, you know? So she messages back and she says, I told you when I called you. I said, you didn't call me. So she sent a share. She's like, isn't this your number? And it was my old number, like 438. Mine's 514, right? So I was like, no, that's not my number. And I put my number in there. And she was like, what? She's like, I called the dude and said, Nzo, are you good? He said, yeah. And then she said, I told him all the information about what happened. The dude made it seem like it was me.
I'm telling people, if she ain't 16 sharp, he'll try and hustle her. Cause I think I told you one time, Nzo, I text this guy with an old number and say, hey, man, what's up? Da, da, da. And then he said, I think you got it wrong. I said, this ain't Mike. So he said, yeah, man, I'm just woke up. So we held a whole conversation, and next thing you know, it's talking about, hey, man, I'm a little short this month, man. I was wondering, could you cash out me like $40 or something like that? So I'm like, wow, Mike wouldn't do that. I'm thinking. I said, okay. I said, what's your cash app? Then he sent me the cash app, and this is something that a white man would not say. The cash app name. I was like, nah. So I said, okay, yeah, Mike. One thing if I see his cash app, who's the third guy on our shift when we worked together in Lake City? And he's like, man, I'm on the phone, man. I really need this money. I really just send it to me. I'll pay you back next. I say, bro. I said, you think you slick, but he like, give me the finger. Like, man.
She was like, I'm gonna call him and curse him. And you know what I mean? Because like I thought it was you, and I gave him all this information about freaking you know, like someone that we grew up with, and you don't even know who the hell we're talking about. I was like, shit, my bad. Like, I mean, thought it was me, but it wasn't.
People are crooks, man.
That's crazy.
Like how he thought that fast.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I need money. Or she was just like, oh, Nzo. He was like, yeah, what's up? Like, she said something seemed off, but you know, he said like, it's me. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. People are fucking shady, bro. You never know. You know what I mean?
And like it was something today I was with one of my coworkers, and we were watching a video, and we get these phone calls all the time, all these telemarketers, whatever. And I saw him pick the phone up. He listened. He hung up. He said, "Man, if it ain't somebody that's speaking English, I don't even mess with them." I was like, "Yo," he said, if you got an accent, you gone, bro."
He said, "Danny, you should have gave him a clothesline from hell."
If I could have reached that kind, I would have.
Listen, the way it is, everybody trying to scam everybody. You got to be extremely careful on that. You know what I mean? So.
I'm, like, if you be asking the wrong questions, like, what's your social? You should know my social security number if you calling from the company. Well, I ain't telling you that. No.
Facts, 100%. You know what I mean? And even me, sometimes I'm so iffy. Like when, like Rogers, or well, not Rogers, but like the telephone company that I have, which Virgin, will call me, and I'm like, I don't really know if this, like, I'm gonna call you back. Like, I will literally, especially if it's information they gotta give, I will literally hang up and call them myself. So at least I know that I'm actually talking to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy with the scam.
And over here they got these IRS scams. IRS is never gonna call you over the phone. Never gonna send you no kind of crazy text. They're gonna send you a letter and then tell you when to call or who to call. Man, but we get it all the time. Man, IRS say, "Oh, okay." This is the latest one. This is some guy came to the office saying that Carrie Underwood and him was in a relationship. I was like, Carrie Underwood. I was joking, man. So I'm doing a report, man. He said, "Man, I done sent her about $3,500." I said, "Huh?" I said, "Why would you need to send Carrie Underwood, who was a multi-millionaire, big time singer? Why would you need to send her $3,500, sir?" Well, she says she's going through a bad divorce, and then this person sent the divorce papers. Like, I mean, they look like legit divorce papers, and sent it to him. Then she sent him also saying that, in addition to that, she said, because I'm the biggest, I won the Kelly Underwood biggest fan sweepstakes, and I'm winning $500,000. And she's sending me a truck keys to a new 2025 Ford XLT, and she had all the paperwork. So I say, "Sir," I said, "Don't you send this person no more money, because they're going to bleed you dry."
100%. Because I'm pretty sure to get all of that, he had to send money, right?
Oh yeah, for that. And then she said she's coming to concert to a nearby town, and some of the money was towards this backstage pass. I said, "Didn't you say y'all were like romantically involved?" I said, "Why would your girlfriend or someone that proclaims to love you?" Because I seen a text with the person, "I love you" and "good night" and da da da. Why would they charge you to come see them?
Danny,
your mic chipped out.
Your mic, Danny. Danny, your mic.
Chipped out.
Your mic.
Yeah. He has to go out and come back in. It's funny too, because Danny told a story, but one time, long time ago, man, there was this, Facebook model, whatever. So I happened to write in the comments, "Oh, you look fine." You know what I mean? Facebook model. So then, boom. Yeah, you're good. You're good. That's how the story, Danny. One time there was this Facebook model, right? A long time ago, where I was like, "Oh, I just made a comment. Oh, that looks fire, right?" And she messaged back like, "Oh, come to the chat. I got something to tell you," right? So he went into the chat now. And she's like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah. So have a conversation with me. Like, I like you." I already know. So I'm just playing along. He's like, "Yeah, I need this and I need some money." And I'm like, "Well, you know what? Like, we need to have a real conversation, right?" So she's like, "Okay, so I'll give you my WhatsApp number, and this is like when WhatsApp like first started and shit. So I got the number from WhatsApp, but I never messaged it or anything. But I was like, nah, it's good. So she ended up asking me, oh, you know, if you really want to talk to me, let's have a talk. Bro, when she sent me a voice message, I kid you not, the voice message sounded like it was being read by a computer. I'm like, how do people fall for this stuff? Your mic's clicking again, Danny. Go come back in. Yeah. I don't know how people fall for that stuff. And we know somebody who kind of fell for it too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I know a guy that spent $9,000 on a chick.
Wow.
Those overseas things. Yep.
Wow. Spent $8,000 on overseas.
It was 8 or 9. 8 or 9, something like that.
No, boy. I ain't spending no money, even if I do see you. And I don't see you. I don't see you.
And so we got to talk about this real quick before we go, because it's damn, which basketball player? I can't remember, but he.
Oh, you talking about dude? Yeah. He was the Lakers now. What's his name?
Antoine or something Aton or something like that. DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton. Yeah.
Yeah. He flew a girl out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The girl didn't want to have sex with him, so he left her stranded wherever she was.
Damn right.
I say that too. No, I'm right there with you. I say that too. Why am I flying you out? But I also say and I think a lot of these guys that do this don't do that, is you got to confirm why this woman is coming out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm flying you out here, but you know.
Yo, wow.
No, it's true though. Listen, I'll be straight up. Like, when I used to do my thing and then invite chicks over, I used to always put in a little stipulation: make sure you wear that thong for me, right? Because if she says, yeah, 100%.
Give a damn, it's a paper bag. As long as it's
but JJ, you gotta listen to it. You gotta listen.
Okay,
to why I say that.
Go ahead.
Right? Because if she says, "Why am I wearing a thong?" I know I ain't getting no poom poom, so you ain't coming. You understand?
What if she don't wear a period?
So then she'll say, "Well, I don't wear thongs." And I'm like, "All right, baby, come true."
So how you know you're getting it?
Because she'll tell you that she don't wear them. If you tell a woman to wear a thong and she's not giving it to you, she's gonna make it like, "Why am I wearing a thong? What do you think you're gonna see it?" Or something like that. She'll say something as to you're not getting it. So if you say wear a thong and she says, "Okay, what color?" "Oh, I don't wear thongs," then you know that she's coming to you. She knows the deal.
I'm sorry. I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah,
I feel you. That's just you. Yeah. Yeah.
But for me, it's better to do that, to invite her over and not get any. Right?
I say, hey, what are we finna do? What are we finna do? Sit down, play cards? No, stay your ass at home. That's it. I never do you wear a thong like you.
Well, sometimes
I mean that's your thing. That's your thing.
Sometimes you can be direct, and sometimes you can't. So when you can't be direct, especially with certain girls, you can't be direct. You gotta come differently. There's ones where you can come and say, "Yeah, come true. Why am I coming for? Because I'm gonna give you this dick. That's why, right?" But if you yeah, right. But that's what I'm saying. But if you just like talking to the girl, you're in the stages where you don't know and stuff like that, then you can't just be like, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? Like,
yes, the hell I can. I've done it.
I'd be more discreet. I'd be more discreet. You know what I mean? I'll tell you straight.
I remember a long time ago. I was staying somewhere. Tony knows I was staying in Barley. He knows about Barley. And this girl like, "Hey, do you mind if I come on?" I said, "We finna do something?" She goes, "No." Then take your ass home.
Oh my God!
Of course,
simple.
100%. Yeah, 100%. But okay, so here's the thing.
Boy, y'all clowning tonight.
No, but here's the thing, because I've done that too. But if you do that, you may never get the chance to see that girl again, right?
Women outnumber men, Nzo.
What's that?
Women outnumber men.
No, I know that. But again, it all depends on how bad you want to fuck the girl, right? So if you want to fuck her, you may have to be a little bit more discreet, right? Women like discreet. And you may say something like that. She may not have attention, but you say something like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna give you this," and she's like, "Okay, of course." Right?
Hey, cut me out of this video. Y'all messing up my image.
Well, you're a married man, Daddy. You don't gotta say it. Okay, I'm gonna call it. I hope you guys have a good night. Yeah, we could call it too as well.
All right, stranger. What's up, Tony?
Peace out. Well, peace out. We can call it too. You know, we got the old man down here who can't really get involved with the situations. You know what
rebuking y'all too.
Well, with that being said, Dan, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Please check me out on my channel at The Road to Wisdom on Mondays and Fridays. I just did my 300th episode this past Monday. I'm trying to do another 300 more. Also doing a little thing called Dapper Danny Presents. I uploaded a video earlier to this afternoon. I think around about 6, if I'm not mistaken. You can catch me here sometime when it's not too crazy. The Hangout on Wednesdays at 8 and also on Storms Live. And then, of course, me and Nzo and Chris Knight have our 3 different shows on Monday, the first 3 Mondays of the month. Chaos Central is the channel, so please check us out if you're not doing anything.
100%. With that being said, JG, you know what to do.
JG Shaolin Terrific, the undefeated, undisputed final boss of the 36 champions of Shaolin. Ooh, Black Jim Kelly, martial artist, film actor. There you go, Nzo. Yo, why does it sound muted?
Because I tried to mute you before you said the Nzo part. I was going to let you go, and then I was going to just mute it when you said the Nzo part and then bring it back in. Just like cut that shit off. But that was too late.
Thank y'all for tuning in live Wednesday night for this primetime OOC hosted by the Nzo, aka the Abbott, and the Osiris of the shit, the Spliff King, the Professor of Gunja, alongside the No Show, of course, Roberto, aka Mr. 100, aka No Trouble Did Anything Gonna Be Irie. No woman, no cry.
I'm clipping that. Boop, boop, boop.
And of course, the amazing, the outstanding, the charismatic, always man of the hour. Dr. Say's the illest because he suffers from that realness. The man that can turn any pauper into a prince with that fire fashion sense. Dapper Dan himself. Everybody, get on your feet, stand up. Simplify himself. One of the finest police officers to ever grace these great United States. You hear me? I was looking at a hater right there. Haterade. These great United States. Are you not entertained? If you smell what Danny is cooking.
That almost give JJ a pass from that atrocity you and him was talking about this last time about Superman being a better movie than Fantastic Four. I don't know
it
what you were
was.
smoking.
I would stand on that.
I
would stand on that, Danny.
You really gonna make us all up and do this down here right now?
Phantoms on me. Phantoms on me, please.
It's 2 against 1 on this one. And you know what's funny? Just to say this before we go. It's me. It's Brian. It's Tank. It's Bradman. It's JG. We all said that Superman was just a little bit better than Fantastic Four. I'm just saying.
Oh, y'all can be wrong. That's impossible.
Well,
one of those names you call, I don't.
Well, I'll say this, and I said at the beginning of the stream, I am never wrong.
New brand yellow, I tell some clown. Till I come round, come for the 4 pound. Sit down, me love how you perform. You grabbing me body, you never go scratch your palm. Wait, your pussy good, me never dead so long. Wait, your pussy good, if you put it in a song. Tell you what the man say, him better run. Come, we fight for your pussy, old veteran. Watch how your step, land mine, set a pressure bomb. You just make it sitting tough up and I never gang. Squeegee round and leave him alone. Shake your bum, see the shape of your round. Leave your panty, the G-string at home. Tell her come see me, come for the 4 pound. No. Me a kai, sign your tits. 30 grapevine, bite your lips. Make you waist waistline, why not it? Don't waste time when I visit. Just come in a kissy, me know it risky. She a said that the jacket he go fit me. Disappear like when me do the trick. See a 5, but she did Lulu before 50. Come and make me pet a pussy genie. Me I know your brother nothing no wrong if you feel it. Pizza your order, but me deliver.